I wasn't going to make a video today. Or I was, but I was going to talk about, just money, like, um, just like thoughts on money and whatnot, thoughts on selfishness and selflessness, and just weird theories that I had. But I'm not gonna do that. Just tonight, I want to tell you about a YouTube channel I stumbled upon. Actually, Nikki showed me, and I really like it. It's called Anxiety War. The guy who, the guy whose channel it is, the guy who runs it, his name is Zach Sweers, I believe, and he does a lot of funny stuff. He's, he just seems like just a funny, salt of the earth kind of guy. One of the things he does that I like is he poses online as like 13-year-old girls and catches predators. He catches pedophiles, which is awesome. It's awesome. I just saw a video right now. That's why I'm doing a video on it, where God, was it I don't know, the Surgeon General of Michigan, I believe. I think so. It's not the Surgeon General. What is it? I don't know, man. I'm quite tired and I can't think of. But the person who runs the police force, the person at the top of the pyramid there, out in Michigan, they ambushed him with a news crew and, just kind of made him out to be a vigilante, and they demonized him. And the woman, the Attorney General, that's what it is, the Attorney General of Michigan gave him a stern warning not to do it. Like, why? Because they're worried about his safety. They're worried that he could get hurt. Like, that woman cares. No, man. They don't want him doing it because... Oh, and another excuse. They said, let the police do their jobs. I've never seen police do what he's doing. I've seen police plant like $1,000 bicycles and arrest people who steal bikes, which is fine. I've seen them do drug stings, which is fine. But the only thing I've ever seen anybody do against pedophiles is that guy to catch a predator, who I think actually turned out to be like a creepy, I don't know, I think he got Me Too'd, I don't know, I forget his name, Chris Hansen, that guy to catch a predator. But they did that for television, for the money, to get paid, for entertainment purposes. This guy, Zach Sweers, is doing it because he has a natural anger and just resentment and a natural inclination to want to get these people off of the streets, which, is good. I don't know why they don't encourage him. I will tell you my opinion as to why I believe they don't want him doing it. I believe that he'll interfere with the high ups, the politicians in this world who are actually trafficking in child pornography and trafficking in young boys and girls. I mean, he goes out there on these apps where these people, these high up elite people, probably operate, and one day he could bait a high level politician or a high level media executive, someone high up there that they don't want him exposing. Maybe because they're in on it, or maybe because they just don't want the embarrassment, or maybe both. That's why I believe they're stopping him. That makes sense to me. They just don't want their friends embarrassed, or they don't want to be caught themselves. But I hope he keeps going. He has one video after he posted his video about the Attorney General giving him a stern warning and being ambushed by a news crew. He has a video of him going after or exposing a predator, a pedophile, which is good. I'm glad that he's still doing it. And if he ever watches this, I would like to say to him, good job, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep getting them. And if you're watching this, I think you should do it too. I'm considering doing that. I'm considering catching or posing as young children and just catching these people, but I don't know what I'd do to them. There's a pedophile who lives very close to my children's mother's home, and you can look and see where they live on maps on a watchdog, I think it's called, a site, and it shows their status, like shows what they did. This guy, he did unspeakable things with a 4-year-old. A 4-year-old. I actually met this guy once. He lives with. There's an angel reader up there on the hill. She's like a psychic who you can go there and you don't have to pay her, but you do. Yeah, you pay her. You pay her what you can. So like her marketing and doing that, she'll make a lot of money just by getting people to go there. And like I went there once years ago out of curiosity, and I showed up a day early, so it wasn't the day of my appointment. And this guy opened the door. He had his shirt off. He was a big, just fat, sweaty guy with big, thick, like creepy glasses that like magnified his eyes. And I looked into his eyes, and I was like, this guy is a demon. There is something horribly wrong with this guy. I don't like him. I don't like his vibe. He creeps me out. And I told him what I was there for, and he was like, that's tomorrow. And the lady came quickly. The lady came quickly to the door and was like, yeah, you come tomorrow. And I was like, who is that guy? I want to know. Like, I got a horrible vibe off of him. And she was like, oh, he's my adopted son. So I went back the next day, and this angel reader, she's like a psychic. I've never been to one. She couldn't read me. It was strange. She kept like naming things that were really close to home, like things about my family, things about my dad's side of the family. Like she would say things about say things that were actually true about my cousin or my aunt. And I wonder if she couldn't read me because I'm Rh negative blood. I don't that was my theory at the time, that her angels, which are demons, she's talking to familiar spirits. It was Nikki who had pointed it out to me, years later, when my cousin, not the cousin she was reading, but one of my cousins showed me this site where I could find pedophiles around me after my children were born. Like, I wanted to know where these bastards were, right? I was considering doing some things to them, but I never did, nor would I, as much as but I found up there, like, he's up there on the hill, and I clicked the house, or I clicked the house on the map, and his picture came up, right? And dude, like, I will never forget this guy's face. It's just the face of a demon. And I was like, Nikki, dude, that's the guy that lives with that angel reader. And she was like, that makes sense. That makes sense. She needs someone evil around. She probably loves it, and because she consorts with familiar spirits, she consorts with demons to tell people their futures. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense to me. Evil people who talk to demons probably want someone who molests 4-year-olds around just to heighten their evil powers. but it still bothers me. She's still up there with this guy. Like she comes off as sweet, and when like reading me failed, she would like pretend that some like she'd describe what a grandmother looked like, or a person in my life, like a friend that I may have lost. Like, I went away from it like, you were way off. I went away from it like you were reading the demons were telling you all sorts of stuff about my family. Like, do you have fibromyalgia? She asked me. I was like, no, but my cousin does. That's very strange. And just all sorts of weird things about my family who are Rh positive. So that was my theory. Like, is it because I'm Rh negative that these demons were having a hard time? I don't know. I really don't know. The point of it was that she has an evil pedophile living up there with her. You know, like, okay, some 20-year-old or bangs a 15-year-old. That's shitty. That's really not cool. But dude, some like 40-some-year-old fondles a 4-year-old, dude. Oh my god, man, that's evil. That's evil. You shouldn't touch 15-year-olds either, obviously. But like, in the defense of these creeps who do, there are some 15-year-olds who are built like adult women. You know, there's the point I'm making is there's a big difference between some guy touching a 15-year-old and some guy touching a fucking 4-year-old, dude. Like, I'm saying, he's the worst one around here. He's by far the well. There's another one. There's a guy over there who like did something with a 7-year-old boy. Oh my God. The pastor at the one of the Protestant churches, not Catholic by the way, Protestant church here in town, got caught diddling his 5-year-old foster daughter, which is evil. Oh my God, dude. I wanted to just. He got 3 years probation. He did 1.5 years probation. I got I got more time. I got more probation time when I got caught with a pipe years ago, a weed pipe. It's just messed up, man. It's just messed up. So go support this guy. Go support Anxiety War. Is the name of his channel. His name is Zach Sweers, and he's an awesome guy, man. Give him love, because we need more people doing that. We need more people posing as 13, 14-year-old boys and girls to catch these people. It would be cool to have people out there like would be able to try to catch people who like were into the really young kids. Like, those to me are just the worst. Maybe I'm biased because I have young children, and no, even before I had young children, man, they were always the worst. The people that like messed with little children, that they should be shot. They should get the medicine to the head, man. That should be it. That should be it. So keep going, Anxiety War. Keep going, Zach Sweers. Get those bastards. Don't let the Attorney General scare you, man. You got the support of the people. Much love. This is Sean Kelly wishing you all a good night, and God bless you.